You know, it's pretty hard to improve at something when you're not changing anything. And for the longest time, when I practiced guitar, I would do the same routine I did yesterday or practice the same songs. But actually, I've been avoiding the things that would actually make me improve. I don't know, have you ever avoided the stuff that would actually push you forwards? Because for me, I was scared of actual legato practice, improvising, triads, and I thought I could just get away with the knowledge I already had. But I feel the gap when I practice more, and I know I should improve it. So this is how I'm trying to level up. So yeah, for the first few years when I was practicing songs and they had hammer-ons and pull-offs, I would just try my best. And I realized that it wouldn't sound that great, but now I feel like I just need to sit down and just dedicate some time to it. So a few weeks ago, I started doing this exercise from Burnt. And now every day I just put in like 5 to 10 minutes because my hands get pretty tired, but I can tell already that it's getting better. So yeah, let me just show you. So yeah, hopefully you can see like some improvement, and I do this exercise like 2 to 3 times a day. But I feel like this is a technique that you just need to work on once, and you'll always see it when you're playing guitar. So it's definitely a high investment skill. Another thing I was working on a few weeks ago was tapping. So let me just show you what it looked like a few weeks ago. And now let me show you where it's at. The first few times I was practicing that, it felt really awkward. My right hand was just not used to hitting the strings. It was also hitting it from up here. I think a really good tip is to stay close to the strings and don't fly off too far. So yeah, hopefully I could start incorporating this into some improvs, and that would be pretty cool. But for now, these two skills I'm gonna keep working on. But yeah, I'm not done with legato and tapping. There's still work to be done here. So another thing I want to work on is my minor triads. For a bit, I was trying to learn major triads, but I realized that I only play in minor keys anyways, so I might as well try to learn the minor triads. And I feel like it'll just help me sound more intentional instead of just playing like random notes in a scale. But yeah, I love minor keys, so I think these triads will help me down the road when I'm improvising. So right now with triads, I'm just trying to learn the shapes and where they are. So we got... So yeah, that's how I'm going to be practicing the triads, and then when I'm improvising, I'm going to try to be more intentional about hitting these triads or trying to just use them. But yeah, I've always looked at triads and was like, how do I even use this? Or what's an efficient way of memorizing those? How I'm going to approach them is just to divide it by 3 strings each, and then figure out like where the root note is played in each. And also, I think you guys know by now, but I'm trying to work on like improv and creating ideas and just creating like my own sound slash music. I think for most of the time that I've played guitar, it was mostly to learn songs, and that's just what other people create. It's not really me trying to exercise my creativity. So that is definitely a skill that I'm lacking, and I really want to improve on, because eventually I want to create my own sounds or my own music that is on par. And clearly this is going to be like a really long journey, but we got to start somewhere. Alright, you know what, let me just use the progression that's in my looper pedal right now, and I'll try to create something on the spot. Hopefully I got something in there. But yeah, guitar is always going to be humbling, but when you feel the progress, it feels good. Everything's going to feel awkward at first, but eventually it'll feel natural. Like a few weeks ago, you saw how awkward the tapping was for me. Now I could even try to fit it into the improv. Anyways, if you're improving something right now, keep going. I am figuring this out week by week, but if you want to follow the journey, then follow along. I'll see you next video.